So why am I into face tattoos?
There's a few layers on this part right here.
Just because it's cool.
Face tattoos, why people do this? Today's episode is all about face tattoos, why people have it, why they get it, why they shouldn't, why they regret, or everything around. Just let's get some tattooed freaks in here and let them answer this question.
I have some tattoos on my face. First ones I got, I don't know, that was a long time ago. Well, not too long, maybe 8 years ago, 10 years ago, I don't remember. But there's been a few artists making them on me. And I guess I already had I had tattoos all over my body already, and back of my head and top of my head and neck. So I've just felt that I need something on my face. You do what you want to do, but for young people and so on, maybe a little bit think about if you want to travel or if you want to work somewhere, it might affect. I'm old school in that way that you should first get tattoos somewhere else than on your face.
Why I have? Just because it's cool and I don't look like everybody. It just looks like me now. And I did my first, I think 20 years ago. I was just 2 lines here. Doesn't change that much in my life. I don't care what people think about this. So
Kind of took a little bit of baby steps towards getting my face fully tattooed. Probably back in like 2015, 2016, I had face scarification done, and I love that, but it healed really lightly. And then also at the time I had a little bit of sort of abstract black work done around my ears on the side of my face, but you really couldn't see it unless my head was turned sideways. Wasn't super big. And then maybe 3 years ago, I had, or I guess probably more than that, 5 years ago, I had something go down on my forehead and then kind of expanded on that as sort of the tattoo that was underneath the tattoo on top. So there's a few layers on this part right here. I had that done and still was feeling like that wasn't quite enough, but was still sort of baby stepping it. So I had like the bold lines done along like the forehead, the sides of my face and my chin. So kind of like filling in all of the outside several years ago. And then last year, and I had several people in my life that said that I shouldn't fill in the rest of my face, that I would ruin myself if I kept going. And they tried to make me promise to stop more implants and modifications, stop not getting more face tattoos. Because at that point, I was already fully bodysuited twice over. So my face was largely the last like uncharted territory on my body that hadn't been tattooed or modified. Last year, I finally just said, fuck it. Like, I'm not dealing with people in my life that are going to limit me and tell me how to live my life when I'm not feeling authentic to myself. And I recognize I'm going to have to deal with more stuff with people, but I want to do that. I want to tattoo my face. This is me. I want the implants. I want more piercings. I'm just going to live my life authentic to me. Started with one artist and she did a lot of my face, but she left a few areas and I really love what she started with. It was freehand, and then decided to keep going in Mexico because I really wanted everything filled in. I was very adamant about that. It just took a few artists to finally get there because I think it did make some artists uncomfortable. And the artists I worked with, some of them was like, I've never done a face before. Like, this is kind of intimidating. And I mean, I'm definitely glad they respected that process, but I really wanted my whole face done. It definitely took some pushing to get it there among artists, even though I had so many tattoos. But I think, it being new skin for them, or during the process of getting my face tattooed, like one of my eyes, I got a black eye, was bruised and swollen during the tattooing just from the trauma of the needle, which, I mean, I didn't mind at all, but I think it was a little scary for the artist. Yeah, I'm absolutely in love with having my face tattooed. I definitely wouldn't go back. If anything, I would keep going, though I really love the style I have on my face right now. I intend to keep going with implants as well, have some stuff envisioned for the future. Right now I have 3 implants in my face and more to come.
Hey Squirrels, when you like my art, philosophy, my idea of life, I wrote a book as well, which I speak about all of this. Plenty of art books like this too and much more. On top, I have many of my arts printed on high quality paper. I have it on canvases. So there's endless of stuff what I ever created on our web shop. Beside of this, I created plenty of nice clothings. I designed my own bags, hoodies, zippers, jackets, girly lines, and so much more. All of this you find on our website, psy25.com. Feel free to have a visit and see you.
Face tattoos look awesome. It's just like this whole punch to people just saying, yeah, this is me. I'm heavily tattooed. It's very punk the way it comes across, but it's also very beautiful in the artistic point as well. I really want to get bits and bobs done, however I haven't finalised anything that I would 110% think, yes, that's perfect. Definitely admire people that are so heavily tattooed on their faces, just everywhere. Like it just looks so cool. Yeah.
So I got my face tattooed like 20 years ago. When I just was 18, I got tattooed a lot. So I have a long journey behind me, and somewhere back then I got my face tattooed. I mean, I got a little bit something in the face tattooed, and I think with 21 I got like most of my face tattooed, and there was my full first bodysuit done. Back then that was like for most people it's very crazy because I was very young and got my full body tattooed, inclusive my face, and it shocked very much people. People change the side of the street when they see me and so on. It was a very good time, let me say it like it is. No one was coming and make a selfie. Also because they didn't have phones who can do this, but yeah, I mean, for me it's very weird because like back then face tattoo was so different than it's now. Also, like you see so many girls or people, they have just some lines or like something small. And I think in society, something like this, it's more like jewelry. It's the same like they have something little tattooed on the finger or on the hand. It's also a really big difference between of just have something small tattooed in the face than to really have your face tattooed. I think that's a big separation these days. While 20 years ago, you had something in your face tattooed, you had something in your face tattooed. There was no difference. Society was just stamp you like you are a loser bum, you have no job, you never find a job, you have nothing in life, you live on the street because you have your face tattooed.
I'm into face tattoos for the exact same reason as I'm into any tattoos, to be honest, whether it be on your shoulder, your arm, your leg. It's just another piece of skin on the body that can be subject to getting tattooed. I was 21 when I first tattooed my face, and I think it changed my life in a really, really good way. I think it gave me authenticity as a tattoo artist. It was a rite of passage for my parents. It was dedication to a discipline that I fucking love. And what has it changed? It changed everything, to be honest. It changed me as a person. It changed the way people interact with me. It kind of puts a spotlight on you to an extent in a weird way. And then because of the spotlight on you, you need to check yourself. It led me to introspection. Made me check myself and sort of ask like am I a cunt? Am I this? Am I that? Does it mean this? Does it mean that? And I think through doing it and through having to analyze myself, because I knew people were analyzing me just because you look different. I'm okay with people looking. I don't mind talking to people. I don't mind explaining things. Yeah, I'll happily talk all day about anything, to be honest, to most people. It served to spice up my life in a number of ways that I'm happy about.
I like to get my face done in the future, but for now I know that I'm not ready for it, not at all. I plan to finish the full body, even if it's already on the way. I still got space and cover and layers to make, but for sure I'm not ready for the face.
Why I am into a face tattoo? Because of the media. Back then, tattoo magazine, I keep seeing people have face tattoo, and I think it's pretty cool to have, and back then I quite have a lot of my body tattoo. I gotta have to say it's like 45-50% of my body have tattoos, so I decided, I'm gonna start some tiny bit, on my face. So the media is, and with rock music, punk rock music, that kind of revolution, subculture is, I've seen a lot of like musicians have tattoo on their face, and so I think like, it's pretty cool, I want to look like that. So, and a lot of, every tattoo on my face have meaning and is related to my emotional. So, I think it's cool. And what have it changed? It seems to be people more acceptable. I don't know. Yeah, it's your body. This is your life, so do what you want. As long as it doesn't harm anyone, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone, go for it.
So my squirrels, thank you a lot for this episode, for the answers, for watching, for all the stuff around. You have a face tattoo or not? Leave some comments. Let us know your thoughts about. And in case you have any ideas for future questions, and if you even want another season with many questions to other people, let us know in the comments. And when you don't, then like this video. And when you absolutely don't, then subscribe. And when not, just subscribe and like this video, and see you the next time. Peace out.